Well, hello, friends. Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo. And as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, this literally does not work. Let's get open for business and let's wake up the football gods here. Wake up, guys. Oh, my goodness. We are only sitting a day away from the beginning of the season, and we've signed Zeke Elliott. Now, I know everybody's looking at that $90 million contract and saying, oh my God, we overpaid. Zeke Elliott got everything he wanted. He's a pain in the ass. We should have traded him. We should have gotten rid of him. He's, an accident waiting to happen. He's a bum. No, man, we don't want him on my team. You know what? If you're saying all that, smack yourself. Smack yourself again. Keep on smacking yourself, okay? Don't be stupid. Zeke Elliott is a generational talent. He's not like just any run-of-the-mill back. Because understand this. Zeke Elliott, even though he was suspended for 6 games over the course of the last 3 years, has 600 yards more than Todd Gurley, 1,000 yards more than Melvin Gordon. And it's not just running the football. It's being able to run out the clock in the fourth quarter. It's about being able to block. And that guy's taking on bigger defensive players and putting them knock the F out. He receives the ball. He is a big piece of the puzzle for the Dallas Cowboys. And when you think about what he does on this team in relationship to other positions, you can't live without Zeke. Is he as important as DeMarcus Lawrence, who's getting 20 million, 21 million? Is he as important as Tyron Smith, who's getting 14, 15 million? He definitely is. Is he as important as any quarterback in the league? Yes, he is. Quarterbacks which are getting 30 plus million now. Unfortunately, the NFL has devalued running backs. They got them on the cheap. But what this guy does is important. And I know we've been told that, we got that pie, Dak. We need you to take a team-friendly deal. It's funny, because it don't seem like anybody's taking a team-friendly deal, because it seems like Zeke got everything he wanted. Highest paid, guaranteed money, the most of ever for running back. He got 6 more years to a contract, so he can be a Dallas Cowboy for life. So he's eating. He's really eating. But when you think about this is the best move for the Dallas Cowboys. I know a lot of you say, well, you know what? We should have kept him on the deal that he was on, make him play out his contract and then sign him because he signed that contract. But see, here's what you need to understand. It's not about what a player makes. It's about what the cap number is. Okay, because here's the thing you understand. Forget that $90 million. Forget that number. We always hear those big numbers and they like, oh my God, a running back, 90 million. We signed Marion Barber for 45 back in 2008, 11 years ago. So it's not really that big. It's big in running backs in general, but it's not really that big. But what you need to pay attention to is the guaranteed money, because really that's the money that they only get, $50 million. Now understand that Zeke Elliott was already scheduled to make about $4 million this year, and then $9 million next year. So you're talking about $13 million of that money right there was already going to be paid. So that really takes you down to about $37, $36 million. So basically what you're looking at is adding like 2.5 more years of money that you are committed to Zeke Elliott. And this is where I said before, it was better to sign Zeke now than later, because if he ends up being, make him go through those 2 years and then you put on 3 or 4 years on a contract of guaranteed money, that's when a running back goes downhill and then you're screwed. By paying him now, the next 3 years you ought to expect for him to be his big years. After that, he'll go downhill. In which case, then you can actually let him go, or make him change up the contract or do something else there, because you really are locked in now for about 3 years at about 17 million. And that's not that much when you think about what he does. Now here's the thing. So I know what you're thinking. Well, Dak Prescott screwed, man. And that's what they're going to tell you on the shows. I didn't see the Talking Head shows today because I was down in Culpeper. But I guarantee you that they're going to say, well, Jerry Jones just paid Zeke Elliott $90 million. There's no money left over for Dak Prescott. They're sending a message to Dak Prescott that we don't care about you and we're not going to pay you. Nothing could be further from the truth. Because as we've gone through, and Jerry Jones tells you, the pie's getting smaller. That's where he's trying to save face for himself. Okay, he's trying to say, and I believe that $40 million was leaked by the Cowboys, and I guarantee you, Dak never said that. But if it ends up being they pay him 34, he can say, well, you know what? I won. He won at 40. We got him for 34. It's a bargain there. Because with Zeke Elliott, we said we're not going to reset the market too, didn't we? And what happened? You reset the market. All the other running backs, they're going, way to go, Zeke. Way to go, Zeke. In the same way you did with DeMarcus Lawrence. You kept saying, well, we thought we were getting a deal for $18 million. Oh, it ends up being 21. Maybe I need to negotiate with the Dallas Cowboys because it seems like you can get what you want. But here's the thing about this. Because in the end, it's not so much how much you're actually paying him there. Like I said, it's the cap number. And if you're talking about there's no money left over for Dak, I want you to understand this. See, everybody keeps telling you that Zeke Elliott, he's only getting $4 million this year. $4 million is all Zeke's getting. Well, yes, that's true, but technically it's really not because he got paid for part of this year in guaranteed money. His actual base salary was $4,087,000. But his cap number, and this is where you got to understand, his cap number was almost $8 million. Right there. You see that? 7.94. And this is key because now let's go to Sports Track. Now, let's take a look at the numbers. Now, here's the thing. His base salary for this year drops to $750,000. His signing bonus for this year, $5.5 million, and his cap hit is only 6.39. So the Cowboys signed him to a long-term deal, make him happy, and they gained $1.5 million of cap room. Next year, here's where it's interesting. Next year, his cap number, $10.9 million. Not too shabby. And even the following year, and the cap does go up every year, 13. It doesn't actually hit 16 million until way down the road. So yes, the numbers blow you away, but in actuality, you're good. And the same thing happened with La'el Collins because, see, if we go back to this, La'el Collins, let's see, where is he? La'el Collins, right now, is only a $4.2 million cap hit. Before yesterday morning, he was a 9.5. So the Dallas Cowboys have now made two players extremely happy with deals that they can jettison in a couple of years if they decide that they're not panning out anymore. And they created $6.5 million of cap room. Not too shabby, if I do say so myself. And this is where the Dallas Cowboys have become geniuses at the cap. This isn't the way they used to do these contracts. See, what you're noticing is you're getting the wow factor of that highest paid, that huge number. DeMarcus Lawrence, $105 million. In actuality, it's only 65. La'el Collins, $65 million extension. But it's really only 32 guaranteed, and he was already getting paid 10. So you only added $20 million for 2 more years. So you still have a team-friendly deal. Jalen Smith, that's another one of those. They went through with Jalen Smith. You've got him locked in, and Jalen Smith's cap number is only 2.5 this year. Next year it's only 7. So this is where the Dallas Cowboys, they've made the player happy, and they've made the cap happy. And I guarantee you when they go ahead and get Dak done, and I think that now they've got these two out of the way, they actually have more space. You're going to probably see Dak as well as Amari Cooper, because Amari Cooper is another one of these deals where Amari Cooper is 13.9, that they'll do his deal, boom, and they'll reduce that number down as well. So they're going to end up generating more cap room. And the other point on this that I look at and say, wow, you guys are really, really smart. The cap will go up big time once they redo the television contract. The NFL has already gone through and weathered the storm of, sexual assault or domestic violence. Excuse me, not sexual assault, domestic violence. It's already weathered a storm of concussions. They've already been making changes. You hear all the headlines about the helmets. We're trying to make helmets safer. We've got all the penalties in place for, illegal hits and illegal contact and things like that. We are doing everything to take care of that. We've been through the anthem protests, and that's gone bye-bye. We've gone through. Now we're putting money into social justice. And so going through all of that, everybody's cap's still going up by $10 million. Multiply that by 32 teams. That's $322 million increased each of those years, even though they had hard times they were dealing with. And now when you get one more new partner in there to on the television contracts, and all these people are drooling to try and get football, it's going to explode. And the Dallas Cowboys are ahead of the curve by having these guys locked in cheap, and they'll have boatloads of money left to do other things with in the future. So hopefully you understand how this actually works. It's not a matter of we're going to pay everybody but Dak. It's actually a matter of we're paying these guys so we can pay Dak. I'm Mark Holmes, and, well, I don't know much. I'm just a guy with a day job and a voodoo doll. I'll see you soon.